Hi, this is Jason Freed, news editor of Hotel News Now, and I'm here on day one of the 5th annual Hotel Data Conference.
It's interesting how on the same page we were on a lot of topics. Typically, especially around social media, because there's a lot of different, opinions. I think it was good to hear that everyone's was on the same page and starting to get towards a place of being a normal or sort of an accepted practices. So that's good. We need that in hospitality.
The 12 months ending in July, we've also had a couple of records. More rooms available than ever, more rooms sold than ever, and we also made more money than ever before, which then if you put that into the STR grinder, you get this chart, which is new ADR peak, not inflation adjusted. And for a lot of you who went through the roller coaster over the last couple of years, you're like, thank you, we finally made it. We're on top, and it's kind of smooth sailing for now, except my role today is to tell you that it really aids up. We're on a rapidly downward trajectory, specifically when you look at this chart. This is the quarterly RevPAR percent change for Q1 through 4 for 11 and 12, and the first 2 quarters of this year. And you're seeing that RevPAR growth is going one way, which is it's not growing quite as quickly as it did before. And we're not, with Adam on that, we're obviously not seeing great growth rates going forward. Part of the reason is this. Obviously, RevPAR is made up of occupancy and ADR. What I'm showing you here is the occupancy percent change annualized and the ADR percent change annualized. And what you're seeing is that the occupancy growth is slowing. And at the same time, we're now in this environment where absolute levels of occupancy will give us pricing power, except we're not seeing room rate growth that much. We're seeing room rates growing at, whatever, 4%-ish, but we're not seeing that this trajectory is increasing. So it seems a little bit like we came out of the gate pretty strong and we're ready to take off and sort of face plant, but we're not soaring as much as we wanted to, and I hate to be sort of the bearer of really bad news, but I think the best is indeed behind us. If you're looking at peak to trough, so peak to 0%, so what was the RevPAR growth at its peak, what was it, 0%? The distance in terms of months was 8 months in one recovery, 32 months in the other, and we're now already 27 months into this recovery, and you see that trajectory is coming down, it's going one way.
Craig, you talked in our panel about some of the issues with being an independent developer and operator. What are the biggest issues of being independent?
Well, it gives you a lot of fun and freedom and flexibility. So to some people that's a challenge. We view that as an opportunity. Of course, there are some challenges, like we buy fewer items, fewer mattresses. We buy fewer cleaning supplies than some of the bigger brands. But with third-party companies, purchasing companies, you can overcome a lot of those challenges. And so what a lot of other folks view as challenges, we embrace as opportunities. And we think that's one of the things that makes 21C Museum Hotels unique. Well, we've 21C Museum Hotels had a lot of conversations with soft brands over the years, so a lot of those topics were issues that we had looked at. I certainly think that I think they advocated well for some of the strengths of larger brands and soft brands, for other boutique hotels, other independent hotels. They certainly, for the right hotel, for the right operator in the right market, can certainly be a value add.